beautiful souls are. Thank you. I know I haven't got long, but first of all, I would like you all to stand up, stand up, stand up and pull your hands up in the air and say, I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I can't hear you, man. I believe I can fly. I believe I can overcome. I believe I can overcome. I believe I am. The divine that I've been looking for. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I don't know where you are in the world listening to this. Good day to you. This is Tarun Hari from Transcending Matters, alongside Monty. Boy, I look so washed up. Let me see if I can turn out this light. Because I look like yellow man. Hold on there. And I love yellow man, you know. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Jeez. Yes, everyone that are tuning in for this special quick live interview. My word, I haven't had much time to express the amount of thanks for people to turning up on Sunday. It was such a heart-rendering, moving event. I'm just in the middle of putting together the video footages that was done by Sister Zimamne. Such beautiful sister. Oh my gosh. That family there is so, it's heart-rendering. Sister Yvonne, I'm a sister that, you know. I'm a real sister that. I'll Letitia call her my second wife. Me not complain. But I'm a real sister. And Tashai, Zimamne, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people, man. Beautiful souls. And thank you so much for those videos that you done. Oh my gosh, I'm in such awe. Just watching the videos back, it's like, you know, I'm teary-eyed. Literally, it's emotional. It's so emotional for me right now. But coming into spring and I've got such a zest. Welcome to the spring equinox. We finally reached, we touchdown, we're in a spring now. And you have to have some gusto about you now. Yeah, baby. This is it. This is all about the way of life and mastering a pattern, mastering a formula. Now, the thing for me, I mean, sometimes people, you know, I've got the book out there, it's 52 chapters, and people say, boy, Tarun, it's so deep, it's so complex. It's actually simple. It's quite simple once you... First, you got to believe that you're worthy. A lot of people out there are stuck in a very dark place and thinking that a step towards well-being, a step toward making better of themselves isn't worth it. And for me, it's such a powerful journey that I've been on, and I'm sitting there like, internally, I'm grinning from cheek to cheek. I started off as a very, very, very shy individual. I used to get beat up at school until this man saved my life. He taught me martial arts while I was at school. I literally came to him and he was like, just I'll teach you. So, it's easy. You'll have them. Don't worry. No problem. And I came and I studied with Monty. He taught me privately to black belt standard. Privately. When he was teaching me, I didn't know how far. And he first brought me into the class. When he brought me into the class, I think it was around... What's one previous brown belt? That's when you first brought me in. I said, and he said, right, go and spar with the brown belt. I was like, what? Yeah. Huh? So no, man, you don't realize. Go and spar with the brown belt. I've been teaching you personally. Go on. I was like, I felt like I was Neo for a minute, like, So yeah, I was, it's been like a solid foundation to my growth, my confidence. Like I said, and he's godfather to my niece. He knows my family very well, and this is where I get a little special added benefit. Like, that's, I kind of got into a bit of favoritism there. And so, but, we had a genuine connection with each other. It's not even after the whole, the martial arts stuff. We stuck together for years in many little things. And because outside of just martial arts on the mat, there's many mental skills that actually come as an added bonus for gauging yourself through life as a whole. As a skill, as learning martial arts, it helped me in so many other areas of my life, as predicted and as told by Monty. So sometimes when people say, boy, martial arts, boy, you sound like you just want to go around beat up people and want to kill people. Absolutely not. Me learning martial arts has actually taken away all the edge and anger away from wanting to, get revenge on those that used to bully me. And I've had a few revenge fights, and they were sweet. I'm done, happy. I remember one time, I don't want to tell the story, but yeah, I've had my revenge fights, and I realized that it's not only what comes with great power is great responsibility, great accountability, and what you realize you can do without so much exertion, what you see people in, skill. I'm going down memory lane. Hold on there. I'm going down memory lane. Memory lane. Monty said, I'm going to train you so your slap is more powerful than your punch. And all I want you to do is keep striking the bottle top like that. Just keep striking it until the bottom base at the bottom. Just keep doing that. Yeah? And I thought, this guy's mad. Until, pow! He can do it with his eyes closed. One slap! Boom! Pow! That's the type of training. And he has the story of one slap, dislocate a man jaw and send him in the middle of next week. When he wake up, we can't remember get the slap. Anyway, that's not the point that we're here to say. What we're actually here to discuss and share, because he's just come by to see me and says, oh, we got to go live, we got to tell the people, this is so exciting, oh my gosh. And the thing is, coming as a student, and again, his story, Monty, say hello, man, say hello, just to make people know, so your mic at work.
Well, it's working. It's working.
As a student, coming up from, and venturing out to add more dimension to the psychological aspect of what he taught from, and this is what was unconsciously feeding, and then it's only now, it's the whole thing is coming together, because what I learned about self-value and core concentration of self, what self can do, that's where the first sprinkling came from. It wasn't in the church, it wasn't in this and wasn't in that. It's very sort of, Monty has a very deep modality of letting you think differently outside of the box and check yourself in a completely different way as into who you are. And this is down to the training that he had. Fortunate for us, it's not commercial training where we're up. What rubbed off on him in my training from him sent me to the Himalayas. He was in China. He's done the China, Tibetan. What part of China was it that you trained?
South China.
South China, okay. And from that, especially the meditative thing, 7 times world champion, never been beaten. and owes it to the whole process of the mentality, the meditation, the this, the that. And me no want to take it far out there. I used to go late night kung fu. I watch some of them. and I dance pan wire, and it looked like them I levitate and I float across the thing there. And I'm saying, yeah, I'm gonna try this thing. So I was serious about the art of meditation, maybe for a childish reason and not understanding the depth of it. But Monty is a grandmaster, and not only has he mastered meditation, and not from just a religious point of view, but a spiritual point of view, where he has been able to overcome obstacles in the way that stops him from obtaining his dharma, maximizing his potential, capitalizing on his artha. In other words, becoming someone. The process of karma, not Karma, Kama, enjoying the process. And also moksha, liberation. And it's not the case of being liberated and waiting till you're dead and you're going to some heaven. Even though that's very much a concept that we can go into very deeply. But we need to talk about self-liberation in what you're liberating yourself from a day-to-day basis, from mental traps, from habits, from bad scenarios. Monty, come in, man. Come in, man. Come in.
Well, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to all the people that attended the one-day retreat. And, I hope that you've taken away some new thoughts, new ideas, and new skills with you. The one question I will start off with, let's take your age. Let's say you're 35. If you're 35 and it's taken you all the 35 years to get to where you are, and you're not happy with where you are, what are you going to change in the next 35 years to make it better? What are you going to change? Because if it's taking you so long to get to where you are, what are you going to do differently to make that change? Because change is very hard in our lives. Most of the time, people behave like a dog on a bed of nails. They lay on it. It's hard enough for it to prick, but it's not hard enough for them to get off.
Very deep. Whoa.
And that's why they stay there all the time.
And there's a theory that says that people enjoy the pain that they already know. So
Yes.
they're scared to let go of that pain.
I was listening to this guy, Kevin Samuels, recently.
Mm-hmm.
And he put something in a fantastic way.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking to this woman. And the woman said, she's been in an abusive relationship in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So he said to her, when did he become abusive? What year did he become abusive? And she said, year 2.
Okay.
So he said, so you stay there 3 more years
Serious.
to get more abuse.
It's very deep. It's very deep.
When did you think you needed to change and leave that and move on? And then you're complaining about the person being abusive.
It's such a very deep premise in terms of...
He's not going to change. You have to change from where you are.
I think it works both ways. It's not just women that are in an abusive relationship.
No, it's not about the abusive relationship. It's about the concept.
Yes.
If you're somewhere
It could be in the workplace.
that you're not happy with, and you stay there, you must like the pain. The pain
say that.
The pain can't be bad enough for you to get off.
I wouldn't say that you must like the pain, because as you know as well as I know, pain is a valuable tool for teaching. It's whether we are teachable or learnable, or we're waking up to And again, it could be completely this concept of lack of knowledge
Yes.
on how to address overcoming
that pain.
that pain. Now, because
It's
pain,
the choices.
it's choices, and if we don't know these choices, if you know, and what I've kind of come across in many of the years and studies is that this is what's lacking in the community, the lack of understanding of, you know, the choices that really work. They've made it into pseudoscience. They've made it into,
Yes.
you know, they've made it into fluff. They've made it into,
You know.
and this is what makes our life work harder, because
Yes.
they say the real choices that work is a pill,
Yeah.
is an antidepressant,
Yep. Yes. You know.
it's a you know, when you go into a supermarket and all the stuff that you see under entertainment, it's all designed to kill you. From the food, the this, the that, the bargain buckets, the that. All the food is bad for you. Everything, diet, everything. You see, when I think it was Sister Yvonne, we was talking about. She come from Jamaica, and because of the culture that she had growing up, she I know she not eat no sweetie. She not eat sweetie. But you see, when you train that tongue
From day one.
from day one for that sugar,
It's a. Yep. How long will it take you to untrain it?
because you think it's such a part of you that when you don't have no sugar for the day,
Yes.
you yourself look like a piece of cardboard.
Definitely.
You lost something in your character.
So, you know what? When we looked at what took place on the retreat,
Yeah. Powerful.
the people, you know, they have a perception of martial arts,
Mm-hmm.
which they think is all physical.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I was to say to you all, martial arts is 95% mental and 5% physical.
Absolutely.
But the physical part, you can definitely see, you can recognize, you can get fitter, you can train your body, you can get more chunk, you can get more this. But mentally, it's very hard to gauge mental aptitude. It's very, very hard.
Do you remember this one?
Yes, you know, it's very, very hard. And, you know, the physical nature transcends itself. When you start dealing with the mental side of the martial arts, it will enhance your powers 100%.
And this is not just physical powers he's talking.
So not the you know, even your physical powers, you can enhance that by 100% by training your mental aptitude. You can do things that you wouldn't have been able to do if your mind was in the right place, if your mind was more open, if your mind was more receptacle. You know, your mind is like a balloon, blows up. But the more air you put in it, the more it expands. You stuck out air, it sucks it dry.
It makes sense, you know, because you know when they say bad mind people, the mind coming like iron balloon.
Yeah. So, you know, when we go there, you have your senses, and from small, people start learning how to intermingle their senses. When you start doing martial arts, you start learning how to untangle those senses. And that's the hardship of the training of the mental attitude. You know, to close your eyes and walk.
Jeez. So is this what you was taught as a 5-year-old?
Yes. To close your eyes and walk. To feel what's around you, the presence of what's around you.
This is messy, you know. This is seriously messy, you know. You're not telling people things, you know.
To feel
You
together.
see, you know. You're not
You know.
telling people things.
You know, we did an exercise in the
I'm gonna be. How advanced did you get with that training?
You know what it is?
No, come on. How advanced did you have to do it blindfold and all of that business?
We had to do that blindfolded, but
And could you see things?
you can see things. Sometimes.
You know
When
what?
you-
You see me. I tell people this for a long time. I'm gonna show people this for a long time. But I'll show people. There's a white school up in north of England where they're training children
You know,
this very day,
Yeah.
and these sciences are hidden from us. Please,
You know,
go, please.
you know,
I'm
we did-
intrigued.
yeah,
You
we
just
did
let
it,
a cat
yeah.
out of the bag.
we did it.
Was meditation involved?
Meditation's always involved.
Oh my God! This is.
You know,
oh my
we
God.
did something about touch.
Oh my gosh!
And I said to them, put the hand on the shoulder and let them tell you which hand they're using.
yeah.
And some people got 10%, 50%, 40%. And what they did not realize is that I'm trying to train them mentally, had to be aware of their own body in its natural senses without thinking about things. By the finger touching, you could tell which hand, which side you're on. And that helps you to do things thereafter.
Yeah, I mean, it's serious. It's serious
You know,
stuff.
if somebody grabs you, you don't panic. You tell which hand they're using
You
to
can
grab
tell.
you with,
Yeah, you can read the play.
and then you could tell what direction to move in.
So you was trained. This is something, Chairman.
You know-
Hold on, keep talking to them. Don't watch
You know-
me. I'm gonna find a piece of footage. Go on,
You
keep
know,
telling them.
whenever you do things physically, you complement it mentally. Whenever you do things mentally, you put into practice physically. And it comes out that you learn to do things with your mind. You know, when you sit cross-legged and they're throwing coins on the floor and they're telling you, where's that coin? Where did it drop? There's 2 coins. Where did they drop?
What?
There's 3 coins. Where did they drop?
Is that the type of training?
And you're listening, your hearing skills gets honed in. That you're touching things. What did you touch? How did you touch it?
See me find the video. Me find the video.
Right. So
Female
Well,
presenters don't
Snapping eyes.
stand like
Okay.
this.
Shut up. Got too much to say.
So it's important that we move ourselves from where we are to 2 steps forward. With the understanding there's a lot more to learn than what we've been taught.
Absolute. Chairman, I've been propagating this from. There's a method to the madness, you know. There's a formula. And the beauty about Monty coming back on board, I mean, not coming back. It's not coming back on board at all. It's me coming back to Monty. There's something, because I want to go to the esoteric secrets of what you've been taught now. You know, I'm prepared.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm ready? Do you think I'm that student?
Yeah. You're-
Now, be honest
It's-
with me. Because
you
I know
know,
some students come to you for the, and they want to be.
No. You're ready to start treading water.
That's what I'm on. That's.
You know, you're ready. No, you're ready to slap water. You know, that's the where the issues are at. And
Love that.
So
I'm going back into personal training with him, you know.
it's
Because whatever he's got up there before he leaves us,
it's got to be
yeah,
passed on.
it's got to be passed on.
You know,
It's got
see-
to be passed on. And,
You know-
again, sorry.
Yeah.
For the fullness of it. You know, I used to be, you know, when I say this man taught me personally, I used to be that kid sitting down next to him, looking at these manuals that he had from China personally with the forms and the this and the that. And then when I got into technology and stuff and computing and trying to, you know, help him with social media starting, you know, as a kid, like, oh yeah, I help you with the fascinating stuff. It just cannot go you know, for me personally, Sunday, I done a fire sacrifice. I am qualified. I'm trained. I'm all of that to do that. I can run a temple, But it's not something that I go out and I brash and I go, hey, hey, hey. But the fact that I actually had the balls to actually do a traditional, ancient, primordial, Vedic sacrifice, the most... You don't see black people doing this, especially you don't see it. This is our stuff. This is our stuff. This is our stuff. This is our empowerment. Did you grow up around fire sacrificing? Did they do that?
They've done. Listen, the learning that you get is so vast that it puts you into a 1% to the 99. And the problem is, it's not the 99, it's how you have to integrate yourself into that 99.
You know, someone asked him, what did he think about the bowls thing? He said, you're not licking them hard enough. Lick them and drown them. Knock out them head. This is what he went through. When he was going through sound healing in the temple or sound transformation.
We did sound transformation.
You see the
not,
people?
Not noise transformation.
Sound. Like you can't hear anything but that, and that's ringing out in your head and your ears and whine.
You know, when you do...
Are those bowls the appropriate bowls?
They could be slightly bigger.
So I get some bigger ones then?
Yeah, they could be slightly bigger. But what it is you should do, remember, when they're doing sound transformation...
Them, you know. I will get them.
When you're doing sound transformation, is to make sure that your mind is cleared of everything other than that one sound.
Yes, that's right. Or that sound structure.
That's all. That's the focus. That's all. That's the entity. You know, the thing that.
So in other words, you shouldn't be able to hear someone snoring.
No.
The sound is so loud.
That's
is it comforting or disturbing at that level? Is that another level of tolerance training with it being so loud?
It becomes three major issues, right? It becomes concentration, it becomes tolerance, and it becomes focus on a spot.
Okay.
When you focus on a spot, you can do greater damage.
So you was going through sound transformation as a part of your martial art?
As a part of your martial arts. Because you see, when you know what generally happens, right? Let me tell you something that you're going to laugh at, right?
Go ahead.
I did an exercise at the start, right, with a piece of paper.
Yeah.
I said, what did you see?
Yeah, I remember that.
Now, what those movies do, they give you the truth hidden in plain light.
Yeah, that's right.
They give it to you deep, but it's in plain light.
Yeah.
And you miss it.
Yeah.
That sound transformation, you can take your finger and push it into somebody and leave a dent. Because it teaches you how to focus.
Say that again, please.
The sound transformation, when that rings through your body, you can focus it to one point of your body that you can take your finger and push it into somebody. And they'll leave a hole.
So, all right, thank you all for joining us. It's been a wonderful time. I'm about to go into training. I will see you all another time. Bye. No,
so when you have those perception of training, it depends on how deep
you really want to go.
You want to go.
Okay. Right. Because you see how me start this thing now. And my thing is definitely from a spiritual and a holistic point of view, like sort this out first, because this is where it all matters. And that legacy that I want to leave behind.
Yeah.
I'm really focused on, really leaving something for everyone, really, but
yeah.
For our kin. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Because I love my kin, I love my kind. Nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't marry out of my kind per se. It's just
there's not even a question. There's a process.
I love my darling.
Yes, there's a process that that we all have to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're going through that, that's why we're all individuals, because some people can take it
Yeah.
and some people can't. At the base of it, the start of it, is an acceptance.
Yep.
People don't go past that acceptance stage.
So potentially, we can set up some real powerful courses going into the future.
You can set up, you know,
Are we going to?
the deeper you go,
Yeah.
the less people will be.
It don't matter. We'll just
No, no,
we'll have
I'm just-
tiers.
I know,
We'll have
that's-
tiers.
that's what I'm saying
We'll
to
have
you.
a pyramid
Yes,
system.
yes.
For those that want.
You know,
Yeah, I understand. And the esoteric
Order
order will
Yes,
always
it's
be
to be
like
there.
that. You understand?
That's
It's
it.
never going to be full at the top.
so
Because most,
there's, but, you know,
but to have that
option.
option and that available, you know, because there are
there are some people that want to reach the summit,
that zenith. Yeah.
and when they're near the top,
Mm-hmm.
there's a change in the whole structure. There's a complete change. They become why people don't want to reach there,
Mm-hmm.
because they become lonely.
Bad move,
It's a lonely place at that point.
but it's worth it.
It's worth it.
It's worth it if you're serious.
It's a lonely place at that point. Getting that journey, getting there,
Mm.
is very exciting.
Well, this is the payoff. This is the payoff because that lonely, when you say it, I like the tone that you're using. It's like it's really, you know, it makes it feel you're gonna be lost.
Yeah,
But the thing is, if you're gonna do something serious, you have to break away from the crowd
you know what? Yeah,
because those are the ones.
travel the road more dusty.
You understand?
Yeah.
Those are the ones that will pull you off your trail.
Yes,
You know that thing, crab in a barrel.
that's it. That's, you know, most of the time, that's who, you know, when I'm going to do something very controversial.
So I just want to just add one little thing
Yeah.
to that loneliness.
Yeah,
You see when you love the taste of self-discipline
yeah,
and you enjoy the rewards that are coming with it, and you can see and sense the growth, and you can see it applying, that loneliness is worth it.
yes,
That loneliness is not loneliness now, it's aloneness.
aloneness. Yes, that's it.
Yeah?
Yes,
It's not. It's a different character of mindset. You know, because one of the biggest things why people gather in groups, as you know, is because they lack accountability.
yes,
This is why people need religions. This is why people need this thing. Because God sent me out to do this and God sent me out to. They lack accountability.
yep,
And through they lack accountability, they lack self-worth. And because they lack self-worth now, they need others to say, you're doing good or you're doing bad.
yes, yep. They want the justification and the praise, you know, to their actions.
Yeah,
Accountability of praise,
yeah.
not accountability
What did you
of
think?
words.
What did you think? What did you think?
And if you think what they don't think, you're not thinking.
You're not thinking. You understand?
So,
Like, I thought it wasn't great. No, you weren't.
you know, yeah, you know,
It's very deep.
you know.
Jesus,
and sometimes-
I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Sometimes people look at the messenger,
Yeah.
the delivery,
Mhm.
but not the message.
Yeah, all day long. And I do my best to say, like, don't watch me, you know, because
They,
You need
they,
to just
they,
watch
they
you
spend,
yourself,
they
yeah.
spend too much time looking at the messenger, the delivery, and not the message. How many times have you heard people say, I didn't like the way he said that?
yeah.
But what did he say?
What did he say?
Yeah, he's right what he said, but I didn't like the way he said it. Well, change your feelings and take the message.
One thing that I have found, you know, and it's becoming more prominent as generations unfold, is the lack of ability to say no and the lack of ability to accept no for an answer. Say no where it's needed.
Yep.
And don't get sucked into spaces and places where you really don't feel like you belong there.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So, just let's take a quick break, because Monty has said something, and I really want to just share it with you. It's got me overexcited, and I know I'm going to be pushing him to me going on the next level of training. Trust me. I'm not playing with this thing. I'm not playing. Because this is when life really... This is when you get the sweetness of life. There's a thing in life called the sweet spot. There's a thing in life called the sweet spot. And it's understanding how you discipline yourself to get there without not necessarily focusing on the outcomes, but focusing on your journey and what you contribute to that journey. So I just want to play something to you. Something I played in my courses many eons ago. When Monty said, I'm know say him nah let on. I'm a pushing button for let on. I'm know say him nah let on, because me, not only have I heard it from Monty, I go around places of the world and see it. I do it for me. Let me show you. Oh, I said it before. I have had this conversation. Monty, can you relate to that?
Yeah. You know, don't forget. You know what?
Me not talking of people. Me not a time for we wake up, you know.
You know, when they start teaching.
A time for we wake up.
When they start teaching.
Send on a picnic down to Transcending Matters.
Yeah. When they start teaching people.
Let's start with this. Can old people learn this?
They can, but it will take them a little bit longer. Because their minds, you know.
Yeah, I know where you're gonna go with it. I have a lot of people. They, you know, when they come to me, they go, "Oh, I had this sense of an out of body experience, and I got frightened. I didn't know what to do." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
You know, their mind is like this glass of water. They want to put new knowledge in that.
But they don't want to empty it out first.
They don't want to empty it out first. And when you put new knowledge in that,
yeah,
it messes all what's in there already.
It's true, because that tries to convert it.
Yes. If it was the other way around, and there was orange there, and you put water in it,
yeah,
there's no way you're going to separate the orange and the water again.
It's too gone. So he's got a glass of water here, and he's explaining. Half the water is full up in the glass, and when you start pouring things in if this was Ribena, halfway full already, you're never gonna get rid of that sweetness of that Ribena by putting pure water right. You have to empty out the Ribena.
Yeah.
Now, let's not, if it's Ribena, you're looking at diabetes, but if you
yeah. Well, let's say you who's coming to the class, to the retreat, are bringing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And Tarun has this amount of water. And he wants to help you empty that so you can put new one in.
That's it.
And when they put new one in, what do you think you leave with?
There you go.
A better glass of water.
A better glass of water.
So when you come to these sessions, doesn't matter what you bring, because you have to bring it.
You have to come with it. And come with it with no judgment of what you believe it is, good, bad or ugly.
And just be prepared to empty it out and take in new knowledge. The more water you have,
The harder it is.
The less water you have,
Better it is.
So nobody can tell you how much water you've had. Nobody can tell you what your history, your past has been. What we can tell you is how to influence your present and your future.
Beautiful. I mean, for me, it's not even so much about the Tarun aspect. I definitely appreciate what I've done, but I see more in creating and putting into the umbrella concept, transcending matters, and allowing man like you now to come in and say, we're speaking the same language.
Yes.
And plus, you're more support to me, because when I've got my original Sufi that's still got it all intact.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Is Sufi the right one to call you? What's the proper term?
No, that's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine. That's fine.
So,
It's we're gonna do one more of these sessions
yeah.
in a few days' time.